I can remember when we were young, from afar you could see the big trees of the forest, and as time went by, they cut all the trees. So what we had left was just bare hills. The springs disappeared. When we had rainfalls, the soil went down into the lake. We had a lot of challenge.
Lake Victoria is a very important feature. The basin covers about 183 square kilometers, covering 5 countries within the East African community. There is a huge fisheries resources within the lake, which actually generates over $800 million per year. We have a huge population there of about 44 million people. So the interaction of the population, the environment and the water, of course, poses a huge challenge that we have to contend with.
It is important that we address these challenges collaboratively. That is how the Lake Victoria Environmental Management Project was born. The project also looks at improving the livelihoods of the community while it addresses the environmental challenges.
That's how now they came up with activities for the people living around the lake to come up with livelihood projects that could move them out of the activities that they were undertaking within the lake.
The Lake Victoria Management Program is in its second phase, and we realized that a lot of information was lost between the change from the first phase to the second phase. We learned from LVEMP 1 that if a deliberate effort to systematically capture knowledge is not put in place, then everything gets lost.
We saw that there was a need on us being empowered on how best we can share the successful stories that the project has acquired so far, and the World Bank provided us with the consultancies that supported us on how best we can package our information.
The technical support that we have received from the bank on knowledge sharing cannot come at any other better time than this. Already the Council of Ministers have designated Lake Victoria Basin as a regional hub. We had that status, but we were not able to really show it up until the aspect of knowledge sharing came in.
The management at LVBC has embraced the knowledge sharing methodology, and we decided that our vision would be expanding opportunities and benefits for the communities through effective knowledge sharing.
Indeed, the aspect of knowledge sharing has really assisted us in terms of having linkages, especially in the implementation of the Lake Victoria Environment Management Project. You can actually be able to find out what is happening in Rwanda, in Burundi, in Kisumu, in Tanzania, and we are able to sit down at regional level and be able to advise that this is workable, this is not workable.
At a regional level, selected officials from each of the 5 member countries were successfully initiated through the organizational knowledge sharing framework. 5 regional training of trainers workshop equipped and empowered capable knowledge teams in each of the 5 countries. And they piloted 5 regional knowledge sharing exchange events for members of the community groups with a view to scaling up these efforts nationally and regionally.
One of the valuable lessons I got from the knowledge exchange is that each group has a capacity and you need not to ignore it. And we realized that there had a lot of strength that need to be tapped.
We never knew that the community might be the expert of what they are doing. I applied that knowledge during the scientific conference that was held in Mwanza. I thought, how best can we communicate that the responsibility of conserving the lake is the responsibility of all East African partner states. So the choir came up as a good community group. The same message, if I could have delivered it myself, maybe it could have not got into people's mind as it stuck in people's mind through the choir.
Using this methodology, we are able to capture tacit knowledge that is in the community and make it available to another community somewhere else that would be trying to implement the same thing. If there's a problem like fish farming, for example, we find out how it's done in Burundi, how it's done in Uganda, how it's done in Kenya, and we are able to synthesize these lessons together into one knowledge product that will be able to help anybody who wants to do fish farming in the basin.
We have a lot of knowledge in the region, such that by a twitch of the button, somebody should be able to get information about Lake Victoria Basin. So we are set to do that. And this is very well articulated in our strategic plan 2016-2021. By the end of the 5 years, we will be a center of excellency of knowledge sharing.
The way we do business here is not the same anymore.
As a person, the knowledge that I have received has made my course of life to go the environmental way. I am proud of the fact that Lake Victoria Environmental Management Project has helped us members of the community to rehabilitate this forest, and we have planted over 300,000 trees. I can get my livelihood from them. We are having a partnership with an ecotourism farm who in turn brings us tourists. It's a dream come true to us in the community.